Hello, good morning, and welcome back to another episode of 10 a.m. tea. It's finally Friday. I hope that your week has been amazing and that you hit all your exercise goals and you're drinking a crap ton of water and you're nourishing your body and you're feeling awesome, because that's really what I want for you. Today I am checking in again to continue our discussion about the history of acupuncture. And you cannot talk Chinese medicine without talking about Confucius. Okay, so Confucius was an Eastern philosopher long, long ago. He was actually very ahead of his time. During his life, no one gave one shit about what he said. It wasn't until 200 years after he had died that people started to pay attention to all of his teachings. And it really, Confucianism really boils down to family is the basic organizing principle of society. Everything revolves around family. Family is the center of civilization. Family relationships are used as metaphors to explain how acupuncture points work together. So there's the mother and child sort of situation, grandmother aspects revolving around acupuncture. There's also the king, minister, father, son, sort of the universal order of things, a hierarchy in the social stratosphere. And so Confucianism is also kind of the ethics behind medicine. And I think that it's really, really important to kind of go back to where ethics in medicine came from. I think dealing with insurance and making healthcare a business has really gotten us away from ethic appropriateness. I think that we should really be expecting more from our providers in regards to who they are as human beings. If you're going to take the responsibility of healing someone on, I think it is incredibly important for you to be doing the work on yourself to be able to stand behind what you're doing. I think that making sure that you're constantly working on your leadership as a provider is incredibly important. Working on, your values is incredibly important. Making sure that you're living in alignment with these ethical values so that you can actually be walking the talk behind, what you're telling your patients to do. Ethically, it's about valuing life and putting that as kind of the goal and the mission. And you're supposed to be doing your best to help other people and show concern for people that are suffering. So that's, kind of why are you a provider if you don't care about others, you don't value life, and you don't want to help anyone? Doesn't make a lot of sense, right? It's also important to practice your medicine with honesty and to never stop studying and growing. It's that, whole theory of always working towards bettering yourself is incredibly important for healthcare providers. There are some structures in place in regards to continuing education and things. We, are required by our governing bodies to be doing so many hours of education every year or 2 years or 4 years or whatever the case may be. So, making sure that you're on top of your game medically with education is incredibly important. But I think it's also important to be working on yourself as a person so that you can really be the best for your patients. You can really, the more that you are, the more you can help other people. The better leader you are, the better you are at leading people and getting people where they need to be. So I think that's incredibly important. It's something that I spend a lot of my personal time on, working on my leadership so that I can, elevate myself to be who my patients need me to be. And I can have those little nuggets of wisdom here and there, because sometimes we use word needles instead of acupuncture needles to help our patients feel better. So hopefully that was a little bit illuminating. We definitely have a lot of Confucianism in medicine. It's kind of, do no harm as the first principle. It's kind of part of the Confucianism piece there. He's also talking a lot about moderating lifestyle, living in harmony with nature, maintaining health instead of restoring health. And in the natural medicine, the alternative, the complementary alternative medicine paradigm, we are definitely, working on that with our patients. That's our goal, is to maintain health instead of kind of treating disease. The highest level of doctor is, preventing illness in our kind of estimation there. So have an awesome weekend. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're checking back in Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern here on Facebook Live for 10 a.m. Tea with Natalie. Take care of yourself, and we're going to be back next week. We're going to talk about the Tao, and we're going to continue to get into the other cool things about the history of acupuncture as we kind of move forward into really explaining what the hell we're doing in the office. So have an awesome weekend. Take care of yourself, and I will be checking in with you again next week. Bye-bye. Oh, and hi, Jason. And hi, Scott. Thanks for checking in today.